Excellent. The Honourable Taylor Martin.
Thank you, Mr President. I rise to support the announcement by the Prime Minister earlier this month that a new submarine base will be built on the east coast of Australia to support the nation's new nuclear-powered submarines. I, of course, support the inclusion of Newcastle as one of the 3 preferred locations for the proposed fleet base. As the Prime Minister said in his announcement, the 3 locations, including Newcastle, were selected on submarine basing criteria, which included access to exercise operating areas, proximity to industrial infrastructure and significant population centres to support personnel and recruitment. If it comes to fruition, this will be far and away the biggest investment in defence in our region, well beyond the Joint Strike Fighters in Williamtown, and would bring benefits over the long period. A Newcastle base has a number of advantages that will make it ideal for Australia's future East Coast submarine base. Firstly, the existing defence industry in the Hunter ensures that defence contractors and a ready-to-go workforce are already available to support the procurement of a new base. Secondly, the Newcastle Port Basin has the benefit of being reasonably isolated from debris that floats down the Hunter River from time to time and away from the routine coal carrier and the occasional cruise ship terminal, of course. Thirdly, housing within Newcastle and the wider Hunter region is much more affordable compared to some of the other options, a key requirement when considered for a large defence base. In 2011, the Future Submarine Basing Study concluded that, and I quote, "Defence contractors should readily support a future submarine squadron home-ported in Newcastle," end quote. This held true then, and it is even more pertinent today. The shortlisting of Newcastle as one of the 3 preferred sites is supported by business, defence and thought leaders across the Hunter. Newcastle Airport CEO Peter Koch said, and I quote, "The establishment of the base in Newcastle would fast-track the diversification of the local economy, play to the region's strengths. The region already boasts a highly skilled labour market, strengths in defence, mining technology and advanced manufacturing." Hunter Defence is also backing Newcastle to be chosen for the new base. Its chairman, Tim Owen, said the Port of Newcastle is an ideal location with strong connections and an international airport, inland rail and strong defence industry workforce. Business Hunter Chief Executive Bob Hawes is also backing the project for its huge potential for jobs and business lasting for many, many years. He said, and I quote, "The region is ready to strengthen and diversify its economic skills, its industrial base, and we want the business to be at the table to support and inform on how an industrial and infrastructural connectivity delivered through a new defence industry and the business opportunities that it would bring." Both the Liberal candidate for Paterson, Brooke Vitnell, and the Liberal candidate for Shortland, Nell McGill, have backed in Newcastle's selection on the short list. The Department of Defence estimates that more than $10 billion will be needed for the facility and infrastructure requirements to transition from Collins class to the future nuclear-powered submarines, including new East Coast submarine base. With the potential for $10 billion investment in Newcastle and the surrounding region, you would think everybody would be on board. This has been worked on for a very, very long time, and it will continue to be worked on for a very, very long time until it comes to fruition. It's been worked on by cool heads, the appropriate men and women in the Australian Defence Force. And Mr President, this is a very long-term project. It's been in train for so long now. It will be for a while, as I said. And as I mentioned, it has the support of local industry. It also has the support. The leader of the Australian Labor Party, Anthony Albanese, has committed to honouring the nuclear sub deal put in place by the Morrison government. This process and the ultimate decision to make a recommendation to Cabinet's National Security Committee is one in the hands, rightfully so, of the Australian Defence Force. It is not a political decision. And so I make this point, I make this plea here tonight, particularly to representatives of the local council wards across the city of Newcastle. Stick to your knitting. Roads, rates and rubbish. Do not insert yourself in a very important area of policy for the future and security of Australia, where it is not needed local government to be. Let the ADF go through their process, and if we are fortunate to be selected as the successful site in Newcastle, we will enjoy decades of economic benefit. So I say to Newcastle City Council, stay out of the way and don't bugger it up.